one leg up. The leg holds the same, and the muscle, hamstring is going like this. So the cool thing is that all these muscles will flow into the origin, which means that from the periphery into the core. Butt muscle flows this way. All these back muscles, when they contract, go this way. So there's a convergence here, and then from this part here, she can still root and the whole thing can rise. But here, you can float. What's interesting is when you create this bow effect in this way where it's toned, the body feels light. You measure the compression in the wrist, guess what? You don't have it. The bones are actually floating. If you let go of the tone, then you have all the weight on you will compress. But if you actually tone, what happens is the bones go up. So when we were studying animals, they all get lighter, like this. And that's how...
The other thing that's interesting too, John, is that if the directionality, see that's the glutes moving down?
That one.
Oh man, it is so much heavier.
It's hard.
I have to work a lot harder.
And people counterbalance,
and if I do
and that's not what we're doing. This is a toning with a specific template, and we've been taking really big, some of the people we were working with recently, over 300 pounds, were able to do it in the middle of the room, legs bent and toned.
And John holding his big toe,
and just
this
light,
guy.
Literally.
You've never seen someone so happy as to notice that, oh my gosh, I just held myself. Like I had me, you know, he had that feeling of self-containment, of feeling unto himself.
But it's the same premise. Why does a 1,000-pound horse, how can a 1,000-pound horse leap? How can an elephant weighs 5 tons? That's 10,000 pounds. We watched a video recently of elephants running. And they can come up on their back, on their back legs. And that's called tensegrity. So the body, every biological form is developed where if you hold it right, the bones actually float. And that's why, like, when we studied, even we looked at Baryshnikov recently, he works all in the bow. That's why he can leap. Even at his more getting older, but he's still as graceful as ever. It's more this. If you do this, if it's too flat, no power. And why does it feel good to tuck under? Well, that's actually going back toward the most, that's kind of like going back to the womb. It's psychologically like if you ever get scared or you just need to retreat to nurture yourself, we do this. We tuck under. It feels better. You know, you go home, you want to rest at home, we go to the couch. Oh, I feel a lot better. When you're tucked under, it feels better, okay? But that's not what you want to do all day long, you see? So you can do this is fine, but you got to do this too. And it has to be toned. It's not just collapsing. This is a collapsed low tone. This is a high tone, and up the wall like this, you'll actually feel like, do it on fingertips, show them that. So the same principle, if you're on fingertips or ridge tops, there's no increased pounds per square inch in the joints. We were looking and measuring all of the bone compression. It's lighter than ever.
Jesus.
I wasn't meant.
What about with her legs straight up, John?
Yeah, try it. Do vertical.
So usually we see this, right?
That's her. That's supposed to be
That's
tucked.
glutes going down. So I work them like this.
So she's working her butt, and she can still straighten the legs.
I'm still working on it though. And you'll see how my right glute fires better than my left?
Well, that's it's all.
Well, it's just to point out that even if you've been working on it for a year, you can always refine it. And we're going to learn, one side will learn faster than the other. And the bending of the knees, I don't think that it's that we have to get rid of that right away. You know, it's like that lets you feel connected. Another thing I would mention is to make the hands walk back closer to the wall than your feet. Because the closer your hands get, so see, like I could put them out here in a traditional stance, but when you can keep the knees bent, then you can work the butt back.
That's all contraction of the muscle this way. And again, it's just not what your nervous system has been conditioned to do. But you can do that. When you do that, then what the gluteus maximus is the largest muscle in the body, or the whole gluteus complex. And it's the gluteus maximus' main function is to make the thigh bone move to the back. That's what gives this movement. That's when the prana moves the right direction, or gives us such good health. So if you lose this energy, this tightens. Your groins will blow up. You'll start to smell smoke on your thighs and doing those poses. That's from the butt not working. But when the butt works, it pulls your thigh bones back. It's what I used to try to say, use your adductors, pull the adductors back to get the femurs back. I knew that we had to go to femurs back, and I tried hamstring, but you know what? Gluteus maximus, when it does this, that's what it pulls. It goes back, and it pulls the pelvic floor open.
Abducts the thigh bones.
Inner thighs?
Yeah. And inner thighs will turn, but it widens. Excess vata, which